Okay, so this is the unit summary for the first unit of physics. Um, this is basically just going over everything we've done so far in the class. So yeah, right here I got the syllabus. Basically spent a lot of time in here. Making sure I do this right. Anyway, basically, so what we've done, we started off with our coordinate system, going over, what the x, the y, and the z coordinates represent. Those are the first. I think that was the first week of class we did that. That was cool. The a and the not the x and the y. Obviously, those are done. Everybody does those, so it was pretty simple. But the z being in 3 dimensions, that was actually pretty hard for me. But it was cool. It was good to learn. So did that, got the notebook shots. There wasn't a whole lot to do those weeks just because you just draw this graph, kind of show yourself in the room where you're at, with like a circle on the table and stuff. Like I said, I wrote here. It's like I'm just local, not very good at drawing in 3 dimensions at all. So yeah. So then chapter 3 and 4 is going over vectors with a VPython. And stuff like that. That took a while to get used to. VPython it's really fun, but it took quite a while to really get used to how to do it. And I'm not saying that I'm used to it yet. I still struggle with it a little bit, but it's cool. I really enjoy doing it. Like I said, chapter 4 vectors. I'll put in the picture. Chapter 3, like I said, is VPython, so there's not really much in the notebook that we're doing. Chapter 4, it was just vectors like homework, so just like, so it's going this direction, like what's its direction, where's its position going to be here, what's its, magnitude, stuff like that. That one was pretty cool. I haven't gone over that in a few years. It was rusty at first, but it should be good now, hopefully. I was going to do chapter 5, the first chapter on uniform motion. It was good. It was not too bad. It's basically just slope, basically, is how you figure out how to do it. And it's just simple y equals mx plus b graph. But it's good, and it makes it. This really helped for chapter 7, the VPython, the uniform motion one. So I actually have a video here. This is chapter 7, right when I run it, the program. I think I've run it a little bit before. I don't know. Okay, yeah. So I run the program right here with the thing to get for the A or whatever on chapter 7 with the balls going in alternate directions. And that's really cool. I really like the VPython thing. It feels really cool to program something and have it actually do what you say. But I think that's really cool. So yeah, I mean, we did that. That's pretty much where we're at right now as far as the book goes, what we've learned. But then, we got just the president over for this week too. But doing this with our group, which is cool. Group of 4, we split groups. With me and Zarissa and Kaylee and Sale, I think is his name. I'm not sure exactly how his name is said, but it was cool. Got a good group. Just doing our thing, getting everything done. We work well together with the president and everything, so it's good. as far as just looking at this just to make sure I'm doing what I should hit. As far as like something that like you learn, during the class that I didn't know or already know. I think the biggest thing, like the most interesting part of this class, isn't even necessarily the physics, which is cool, but like it's random how, like when we go down, I think this is good. These discussions right here, like the 3 questions, the 4D discussions, just those weird questions or those articles, like, oh, but you haven't thought about it this way. It's true. I kind of go into them like, oh, I bet I thought about it this way, or but no. It's really interesting the way they're put. So that's the coolest thing. Like, I thought a lot about some of those questions and those things that have been said on those discussions and just the questions that teachers posted, stuff like that. I think it's really cool. As far as like something that I already knew, I mean, I guess I took physics in high school, so some of this stuff is review, but for the most part, as far as really like understanding it, I'm pretty much having to understand it all over again. So it's cool. I do really like physics because it's like you can kind of see how it works around you all the time, which is really cool. I like that. As far as like how long, like I spend each week on physics, it really depends. Like okay, this last week with chapter 7, I spent doing Resi, spent an hour and a half or 2 hours on that. With chapter 7, I spent about an hour and a half programming it, getting everything set up, reading the chapter, going through it, doing the homework. And then just other stuff on physics, just checking up, making sure I'm up on everything, getting everything done. So I don't know, like this week I've only spent probably 4 or 5 hours. But then like chapter 3, when I first did VPython, I spent a lot more than 4 or 5 hours. So I think on average it works itself out to about this amount of time a class, like a normal class would, where you meet twice a week for an hour and 15 minutes, and then you maybe have an hour, 2 hours of homework at the end of that week. Depending, some classes give you more, some classes give you less. But I think it works itself out to about the same. It's just on your schedule, and it's all technically homework. So I mean, like as far as how long should this class take you? I mean, I'd say it's about the same as a normal class. You're probably going to spend about close to 3 hours a week just doing the work that's necessary, kind of to get by, for lack of better words. But then you'll have another hour and a half, 2 hours of just to stay really up on it. So I think it just depends on how much what you're really going for. I'm really going for an A. I'm trying to want to get into med school, so I want good grades. So yeah, there's that. So, but I mean, I think if I want, if you're going for C, it probably won't take you as much time for this. I mean, for sure it won't. But yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's about how much time I spend. That's pretty much what we've done. Just going through the book, starting chapter 7 VPython. It's really cool. Really enjoyed that. And yeah, so that's pretty much the unit summary. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to add to it. Yeah, I mean, just this is, like I said, I like physics because it just, you can see it, how it works, everything around you, and like the connecting to your life part. It's cool because those questions that are asked in discussions, like, those are really cool. That really applies to my life. Anyway, I have actually really enjoyed what we've done this first unit, and I'm looking forward to what's coming up.